don't know about you, but I am so fed up of getting ads for those real money games. I will literally just, be on my phone, scrolling, playing whatever mobile game I already have, right, that I like to play. And then, boom, there I go, seeing an ad. Do you want to make real money? You can make real money. Are you broke and need money? Like, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Lord Filmmaker Extraordinaire, and today, as you may have guessed, we're talking about those real money games. I would like to say that all this information I have found, the sources will be linked down below, but I am not claiming that any of the specific companies that I am naming are scamming or defrauding their consumers. As you will see, I will say that they do have certain cash outs. I'm just saying I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. Right now, I'm mostly seeing ads for Solitaire Clash, but I've definitely seen ads before for Misplay and Swagbucks and other games like that. Although technically, Misplay and Swagbucks, I think, are more of a app that you can play games through versus like a game by itself, but like the same gist. Plus, it's also annoying, the ads aren't even original. Like they all have the same through line, right? Step 1, someone is broke. Step 2, someone comes to help them with how they can make money. Step 3, they're not broke anymore. Yay. I was going to say shoot me, and then I was like, that's probably not good. But then I was like, I'm not monetized anyway, so you know what? Shoot me. We'll start with the basics. What is the premise of these money games? Well, for one, to my knowledge, they're all pretty much free to download, and I actually thought they were all basically free to play until I was researching this video, and I learned that for Solitaire Clash, you actually have to pay money to enter the tournaments where you can get money. So you can play the game like Solitaire or whatever for free, but if you want to make any money, you have to do like a deposit, like pay in, which by the way, these ads never say. If you were literally broke, you have no money, you don't have the money to pay for these, but regardless. Along with, the free or not so free to download and play, they also are either really ad heavy or like have a ton of surveys. To my like understanding and research, this is what I've gleaned here. If you know otherwise, comment down below. That's me looking down below for you to comment. Without even thinking about it any further, like we can assume that the surveys and the ads are basically how the company's making money. And I will tell you later, there's actually another way, but you have to keep watching to find that out. But right, like, okay, fine. I have to answer some surveys. I watch some ads. I make money. Like, what's the problem? Do you make money? Does anyone make money on these games? And if so, like, how much are they making? And also how quickly? Because someone could say, I've made $100 off this game. But if they cut the game for like, say, a year, then, $100 divided by 365 days, divided by, say, like an 8-hour day, all of a sudden, you're making scraps. You're making sense. Let's now talk about the user experience. I want to be clear, I don't necessarily have, real life experience, but I have read Reddit and a bunch of other sources, which will be linked down below, and I feel like I have some info that I would share. Basically, unless you really, really like the game, like, you're not having a good time, and even if you like the game, you're not really getting an uninterrupted play experience because there's a ton of surveys and ads that keep popping up, right? Because either the company's trying to say an ad in front of you, or you need to be filling in some kind of survey to get information about whatever it is you're doing. And then even if you're playing the game okay or whatever, it can take a really, really long time to cash out, or what you're cashing out is very small. According to these users, who I just have to now appear, I have to just trust they're telling the truth here for these particular people. We've got user Racing Fan James, who says that with Just Play, he makes approximately $2 a week. And with Cash Draft, he can make $1 to $2 a week. So, like, you're not getting rich. Now, again, like, maybe you're like, if you really like the game, and you're already going to play the game anyways, sure, you're making $3, $4 a week playing these games, but, like, I think you could be doing something else with your time, unless, again, like, you really like the game. Additionally, something I found really interesting that I hadn't really thought about or heard of until I was doing research for this video, but there's actually been some pretty like high profile games, according to NerdWallet, that have, were kind of real money games, and then they just shut down like out of nowhere. And then if you have cashed out, whatever your winnings were, cool. But if you haven't, like all that's just lost and gone. And people can't get, their earnings out because the game's just gone, which to me speaks of maybe some not great reputation happening, maybe something illegal, something not so good, or there's, escaping a situation. Now, to be fair, I will give a thumbs up to this part of what these games seem to do, these apps and games, and that is that they mostly seem to do, I would consider to be relatively like safe financial payouts, in that they mostly seem to be either emailed through PayPal or emailed like a digital gift card. Now, again, I'm not saying these are like totally legit, all great companies or whatever, but you know, the fact that you're not giving bank information to these companies, I think is a good thing, right? Like you're giving an email, which yes, is your information, but it's not like your bank account information or anything like that. So I do think that's like a good thing, that most of them, that's how they seem to pay out. Another fun fact I learned while doing research for this video is that you have to actually make sure it's legal to get monetary payouts where you live, because it's not necessarily just like allowed. So you definitely don't want to be getting like payouts if you can't like legally be getting them. Another thing I noticed while doing some research is that it seems like a lot of users never win some of the bigger games or the bigger winnings. Like maybe they might consistently be able to win 5 units, but they can never win the 20 unit prize. And there's actually been a lot of complaints that certain games are just rigged so that you will never win, or it's basically impossible to win. You might hear one person just to kind of keep people sucked in, like hoping maybe they'll win the big prize, but like they never do. Obviously, there probably are some people who give up and like quit and find a new thing to do, whether it's another money game or whatever. Or some people just like keep going, keep watching the ads, taking the surveys, giving up all their time in the hopes of winning it big when like they never do. Which I think lends itself to gambling in that sense. Like you're hoping to get like the big cash out, you're hoping to get this, and you never get it. And obviously like games like Solitaire Clash, like that is a card game, which I think is kind of gambling vibes. If you're interested in me like diving deeper into money games and the gambling element, I totally will in another video. I have to do way more research on gambling before I just start spewing more nonsense. The main point that I want to reiterate is that the user experience is not great. There's a lot of ads, lots of surveys, and you're not making a lot of money, and you're not making a lot of money fast. That's for sure. Those ads are deceiving you. We've talked about the premise, right? And now we've talked about the user. But what about the developer? What about the companies behind these apps? Obviously, they're not just giving you money for free, right? Like, what are they getting out of it? And of course, the answer is more money, right? But how? Most of it, I do believe, is down to the advertising. A majority of these app developers and games use a lot of different in-game advertising methods. So it's not just one type of ad. They are trying to hit you from every corner, right? They want to attack on all fronts to get ads in your face. These ads are mostly pay-per-view ads, which means they only will get paid by the advertiser, by the company who's of the ad if eyeballs are looking at it. It's not like they're paying a flat fee for, say, like a billboard. They're paying for eyeballs. So that is a really big incentive for why these companies are desperate for more and more users, because they want more people looking at the ads to get more money. These ads come in all forms, right? We have the classic banner ads, which you might see at the top or the bottom of your screen. We have interstitial ads, which might go like across the screen. Then I think like the biggest one that I see, not even in like real money games, but in like the mobile game that I'm currently playing, which is Forest Isle, if you're wondering. Not sponsored, sadly, but they have ads for like extra rewards. Say like, oh, you can open a treasure chest, but you need to watch an ad first. Or like, you need an extra life somewhere, watch an ad. And I think those are really common. And because they want you to like want to watch the ad, and that you'll, get more, they'll make more money. Like literally one of the things they have is you can only get pearls, which is like an in-game like special currency, because you can only get special things with the pearls, like 6 items or whatever. But you can literally only get pearls by watching ads. Or if you could spend real money to get pearls. But like the only way to get pearls otherwise in the game is to watch ads like as you play the game. Which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But like that's what they're trying to make money, because they know presumably most users are not probably paying for the game. Like I don't pay anything for I've never paid any real money for this game. But I will watch, an ad to open a treasure chest every now and then, right? And then, oh look, you get pearls as well. So they want you to like feel like you're mutually benefiting, even though like they're making real money and you're making money pearls. You know what I mean? The thing that I knew, but like didn't know until I was like reading for this video again, was that these companies, they're making money off the stories and ads, but they're also making money off your data, like your phone data, your personal data, and not just your emails. You may have noticed, like sometimes when you download a game or an app, like it asks for certain permissions, and I only ever give permissions that like absolutely necessary, and even sometimes I'll only do like while the app is open, for even things that are like not like a game, like just in general, I don't really want Every app to have my location service. Like, why do they need that? Apparently, most of these apps and games like require a lot of permissions. And they're getting all that data from you, and then the company's selling that. They're making money off your data. Like, not only are they making, money if you're looking at ads, they're also making money off your information. And they can sell that information to whoever. And data is so powerful. Data powers like all the algorithms that you see out in the world. Like, yes, there's data on, hurricanes, right? There's also data on you. That's why people get targeted ads. I'd rather see targeted ads for like Taylor Swift than I would to see a non-targeted ad for Morgan Wallen, But regardless, you, the consumer, me, the consumer, we, the consumers, we're basically giving away our data for free. We're giving away our eyeballs and our attention for free. I'm not getting paid to play my Forest game at all, right? But I like it, so I'll play it a bit every day. Not a lot, because it's one of those idle games, so you just sort of like check in. They're like, oh, cool, get my daily point and log back off. But a lot of these games, they want your attention a lot because they want to see they want you on the ads, blah, 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 blah. And you're getting paid maybe in your units or cash outs or whatever, but it's not a lot and it's very slow. TLDR, too long didn't read. Companies are forcing ads on you. They are shoving surveys down your throat to make money off of you, and they're taking your data and selling that too. And what are they giving users? They're giving them crumbs to keep them opening the app. You could win money. You could cash out big. You could be not broke anymore. And that to me is cruel, but that's my opinion. It's just my opinion. Companies here don't come for me. To wrap it up, the important thing to remember is you are not getting paid to do nothing. You are making money, however much it is, however slowly, by your attention and your data and your information. These money apps seem to take a lot of time to get any money. The tasks can be repetitive. The games could get dull or boring. What you're doing is just logging in, basically just to get your eyeballs. These companies will try to keep you interested in the app as much as they can because they want you watching. But some of the articles I was looking at implied that these games can get super boring, or the surveys can be very tedious, very repetitive. But, there's the promise of something big. You're giving away way more than you're getting back, at least in terms of money. Important to keep in mind is that you might be getting some money from these companies, but the companies are getting way more money off of you being on the app than you are being on the app. I personally don't approve of money games and money apps. I think they're probably not safe, like in the long run. With data, I know everyone's data is corrupted and stolen anyways. Shout out to everyone's social security across the US currently getting hacked. But that doesn't mean we need to give our information at free will. However, if you really like the game, you might as well keep playing the game if you're going to make money off it. I play The Sims a lot. I don't make any money off The Sims. It would be nice to make money off The Sims since I genuinely love to play the game. But there also aren't horrible ads and surveys and stuff I'm being forced to do to play. But regardless, if you like the game, keep playing, make your coin. And if you've made any coin, let me know in the comments. I would be genuinely curious to know if anyone's actually made legitimate money off of these games. The important thing is to not play for the money because the cost is way more than you're going to gain. I'm sorry that was kind of a depressing outro, but that's just what it is. I just think this is really fascinating. I know it wasn't super, super in depth. Again, I've been really busy and stressed, but I really wanted to make this because it's been bothering me playing my game and seeing these stupid ads. So if you've also been frustrated, like the video, subscribe. I'll see you soon with something hopefully a little more cheery. And have a great rest of your day.